What would you do if, while deeply meditating, your body suddenly started moving on its own, not because you wanted it to and not out of fear, but as if something inside you, beyond what your mind can understand, was breaking free, shaking, and adjusting? You might have experienced this already. Trembling hands, sudden twitches, rhythmic shaking during prayer, or even shivers while sleeping. Maybe you kept quiet about it, worried it seemed weird, abnormal, or even a mistake. But what if I told you that these spontaneous movements are actually a kind of spiritual language? What if your body, this wise vessel carrying your soul, is trying to communicate with you as your inner energy awakens? This isn't about traditional medicine or a yoga lesson. Instead, it's a look into a mysterious experience noticed by mystics, meditators, and spiritual seekers through history, when the body moves involuntarily from deep inside. Different traditions have different names for these movements. PRTAs in Eastern teachings, spirit shakes in some Christian groups, and energy releases in modern spiritual circles. The name isn't the main point. What really matters is understanding what they mean. Are these just nervous reactions? Or could they be signs that stuck energy inside you is waking up, cleansing itself, and finding balance? Maybe your physical body, which can feel heavy and limited, is trying to realign with a higher vibration, with a more subtle level of existence. In this discussion, we'll explore the mystery behind these body movements. We'll see how different cultures have interpreted them, what role your body's energy system plays, and most importantly, how you can learn to listen to what your body is trying to tell you in those special moments. Because your body is more than just flesh. It's a map, a temple, and a mirror for your soul. When it trembles, it's not always out of fear. Sometimes it's the soul dancing because it's been touched by something beyond words. Get ready to open your eyes and heart to a forgotten part of yourself. What your body has been silent about for years might finally start speaking. Are you ready to listen? Since ancient times, humans have sought to connect with something greater than themselves. Along the way, the unusual things that happen during spiritual experiences have been recorded with awe. One of the most fascinating is the body's involuntary movements, shaking, spasms, shivers, even crying or laughing suddenly, things that today might seem strange or even signs of illness. In old cultures, these movements were seen as proof that the soul was being touched by a higher power. For example, in the Vedic tradition from India, there are ancient writings about spontaneous movements called kriyas. These were not techniques people learned, but natural signs that Kundalini energy, the powerful energy thought to lie dormant at the base of the spine, was starting to rise. When this happened, wise teachers said the body had to adjust to let this sacred energy pass through, causing shaking, twisting sounds, and other intense physical reactions. These weren't signs of madness, but signals of a deep inner change. Far away, in early and medieval Christianity, similar experiences were recorded, especially among mystics and prophets. Saint Teresa of Avila described how her body would tremble when she felt God's presence so strongly that she sometimes floated or lost control of her limbs. Saint Francis of Assisi talked about ecstatic states where his body shook while his soul felt wrapped in the Spirit. Even today, in charismatic or Pentecostal churches, people filled with the Holy Spirit often speak in unknown languages, shout, cry, or collapse as waves of energy move through them. Instead of judging these experiences, they are often seen as signs that the soul is reaching a deeper connection with the divine. What links all these cultures is the belief that the body is not a barrier to spiritual growth, but a partner, a bridge, an instrument finely tuned by invisible forces. When the soul expands beyond everyday limits, the body, made up of memories, physical matter, and energy, shakes, twists, and clears itself. This trembling is actually a form of cleansing. Taoist writings also talk about spontaneous movement of qi, life energy, when someone frees up the flow inside. These aren't moves you make on purpose, but natural responses of the body adjusting itself to a new level of energy. Like a cup that shifts so it doesn't break when new wine is poured in, the body must shake to realign with the spirit. In this way, spiritual traditions don't see these shakes as accidents or symptoms, but as sacred signs of the body's intelligence responding to the eternal. Would you dare to honor your body as the voice of your soul? Imagine a dam holding back a river that has been blocked for years. Over time, the pressure builds until one day the dam breaks and the water rushes out unstoppable, cleansing everything in its path. This is what happens when your vital energy begins to move inside you. Spiritual shakes are like that sudden release. These physical responses that happen during deep meditation, prayer, focused breathing, or even vivid dreaming aren't random. They are both biological and spiritual reactions to the movement of life force energy, known in some traditions as prana, chi, or kundalini. But why does the body tremble when the soul grows? The answer is found where the physical and spiritual meet. Your body isn't just muscles and bones, it's an intricate system of energy channels, chakras, and an electromagnetic field. When this system gets blocked by unresolved feelings, past trauma, limiting thoughts, or harmful habits, energy gets stuck. When you start awakening, that stuck energy often bursts out suddenly. The tremors, twitches, and spontaneous movements are the body's way of trying to heal and balance itself. It's like your nervous system is adjusting to a new frequency that it couldn't handle before. Have you ever noticed your body moving on its own during meditation or deep spiritual practice? Sometimes it might be just a small vibration in your hands. Other times it could be more intense. Rhythmic shaking, twisting of the torso, or tightening of your jaw. Even if your logical mind struggles to accept it, these movements are often deeply healing. People who have experienced trauma, emotional blockages, or spiritual disconnection can have powerful physical reactions when they reach higher states of awareness. It's like the body remembers what the mind has forgotten and starts to release, shake, and transform what's been stuck inside for too long. A big part of this has to do with energy centers in the body, especially those along the spine. In tantric traditions, there's a central energy channel called the sushumna that runs from the base of the spine up to the brain. When Kundalini energy moves up this channel, it often meets blockages in the chakras, the body's energetic wheels or centers. The shaking you feel is your energy body trying to clear these blockages and let the light flow freely. For example, when your neck or head moves backward during meditation, it's not random. It's often a sign that your throat chakra or third eye is opening. Similarly, spasms near the base of your spine could be your body working to release fear and tension stored in the root chakra, which governs your sense of safety and survival. These movements shouldn't be stopped or forced. Instead, they should be watched with curiosity, respect, and gratitude. Your body isn't doing something weird. It's speaking a deep, ancient language that you won't find in textbooks or classrooms. Paying attention to these signs is one of the kindest acts you can do for yourself. When you let your body move freely, you allow your soul to do the same. Spiritual shakes aren't glitches or problems. They're your body catching up with a soul that's starting to remember its true nature. But what exactly is happening during these moments? Why do some people experience quick twitches while others go through long, intense movements? What role does awareness or consciousness play? To understand this, we need to stop thinking of the body as just a passive shell and start seeing it as ancient wisdom did. a multidimensional antenna. We are not just flesh and bones, but layers of energy, vibration, and consciousness, all woven together. The soul is present in every cell. When consciousness rises, whether through deep meditation, prayer, or ecstatic experiences, something changes in your energy system. Science is only beginning to study this, but what we do know is that neurons vibrate differently. The body's electromagnetic field expands, and the body responds with movement. This is the secret language of your spirit. These shakes are not random twitches. They are guided by what some might call your higher self. When your shoulders tremble, it might be your body releasing old burdens. When your legs shake, it could be freeing the fear that's been holding you back. Sometimes your arms may lift without any effort from you, as if something inside wants to open you up, expand you, and lift you higher. Energy always tells the truth. When something inside you needs to heal, express pain, remember, or give thanks, your body becomes the tool, moving like a pendulum searching for balance. Shamanic traditions knew this well. The trance dances and drum beats were more than just celebrations. They were powerful tools to enter altered states where the soul could release old wounds. The body shook, spun, and writhed, opening gateways to healing. Shamans healed not only with herbs or words, but with movement. It's also important to realize that resisting these movements makes things worse. When you fight the shaking, push it down, or feel embarrassed, you stop the flow and hold your soul back. But when you surrender, letting go of judgment and allowing your body to express itself, true healing can happen. Sometimes these shakes come with visions, old memories surfacing, or feelings of heat or cold inside. You might even hear internal sounds like buzzing or chanting. It's your body releasing, your soul revealing, a very personal yet universal process. Not all shakes come from the same place. Some are purely physical reactions like those from the nervous system. Others come from deep emotional trauma. But in spiritual work, what matters is not where they come from, but their purpose. To clear out what no longer serves you, making room for new energy to flow. For those who don't understand, this kind of movement can be scary, but it's actually a gift. Each twitch or spasm is like a word in the secret language of your spirit. Each spontaneous movement is a note in the song of your awakening. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What part of me is trying to free itself right now?" Honoring that question and listening without judgment is one of the most sacred things you can do for yourself. When your body starts moving on its own during meditation, when you tremble for no clear reason during prayer, or when emotions rush through you like a sudden storm, something important has shifted. Your soul has touched your body, and your body has accepted it. But what comes next? How do you live day to day with a body that has become a living oracle? Here are some practical and sacred tips to support you in honoring this process and raising your energy safely and consciously. First, don't try to stop or control it. Allow it with respect. When your body shakes, it's normal to feel fear or doubt. Your mind might say, "This isn't normal," and you resist. But the best advice is simple. Don't repress or force anything. Just let it happen. Your body is incredibly wise. If it moves, vibrates, cries, or spins, it's because something needs to be expressed or released. Stopping it blocks your healing. Allowing it helps you grow. Second, pay attention to the message behind the movement. Every shake has meaning. It's not random. It's a code, your soul speaking. After these sessions, take time to reflect or write down what you felt. What part of your body was active? What emotions came up? This can help you uncover old fears, family stories, or wounds you haven't healed yet. Sometimes just noticing and journaling gently can ease the burden. Other times you might need support from therapy, breathing exercises, or creative outlets. The key is to never ignore what your body tells you. Behind every movement, there's a story ready to be freed. Third, it's important to bring these experiences into your everyday life and ground the energy. After going through intense spiritual or energetic moments, grounding is essential. You can't stay in the clouds forever. Your soul needs a way to settle back into your body so it can fully express itself. Try simple grounding practices like walking barefoot on grass or soil, soaking in warm salt baths, eating nourishing whole foods, taking deep breaths, or even hugging a tree. These actions help your energy spread out evenly and keep you balanced, preventing common side effects like anxiety, trouble sleeping, or feeling drained. Remember, your body isn't just a container, but a living channel. Treat it with kindness, and divine energy will flow through you smoothly and harmoniously. Fourth, share your experiences with awareness and humility, not for attention or validation. If you're going through these kinds of spiritual phenomena, it's natural to want to talk about it. That's okay, but do so thoughtfully. Not everyone will understand, and that's perfectly fine. You don't need others' approval to honor what's happening inside you. Still, finding a sincere community of like-minded people who are also going through spiritual awakenings can be very healing. Knowing you're not alone can bring deep peace and reassurance. To sum it up, allow the movements, listen to your body, ground yourself, and share wisely. A body that shakes isn't broken, it's alive, awake, and guiding you back to your true self. In those quiet moments when your mind calms and your soul begins to speak, a powerful truth becomes clear. Your body is more than flesh and bones. It's a cosmic antenna, a living temple, carrying the mystery of your connection to the divine. These spiritual shakes aren't errors or embarrassing glitches. They are undeniable proof that energy is flowing, that something sacred is waking up inside you. They are the sacred tremors of the soul. When you let your body express these movements freely, without judging the shakes, the twitches, or the involuntary gestures, you open the door to a direct connection with your highest self. That's the real key. What looks like chaos or a loss of control is actually your spirit realigning and recalibrating. When the soul chooses to rise up with power, it doesn't whisper. It makes your body move, shake, sing, and shout. This experience is much more common than people realize, but fear, misunderstanding, and social conditioning keep many from embracing it. A lot of people suppress these natural impulses, but holding back movement is like blocking healing. Stopping the tremor is like putting out the fire that wants to cleanse you. You don't have to understand it all with your mind. The mind craves explanations and certainty, but the soul only needs to be felt. When that happens, the body trembles because it's being touched by something real, eternal, and undeniable for the very first time. Have you ever wondered why your body shakes during powerful moments, whether they're spiritual, creative, or full of love? It's because your body is holding a frequency greater than itself. The tremor isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of reverence and awe. So, if you've ever felt your body shake, spin, or vibrate during meditation or prayer, don't run away from it. Don't be afraid or judge yourself. Instead, give thanks. You've just crossed a threshold many wish they could, but few dare to. You're being remembered, tuned, and guided back to your center. If this message speaks to you, if something inside you resonated with these words, I invite you to keep exploring this path with us. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new insight, and share this video with others who are awakening. They might need to hear exactly what you just read. Leave a comment if you've ever felt a spiritual shake. And always remember, what moves inside you is not madness. It's your soul coming home.